Alright everyone, today we're covering some major updates for version 3.6, and I'm specifically talking about Heng SP and March 7th SP. Now, we've had bits and pieces of information about these characters for a while, but some brand new leaks just hit that are completely changing how we understand their designs and gameplay mechanics. I have to tell you, what we're seeing here is genuinely exciting. These two are looking like they might be some of the most unique and visually striking characters we've gotten in recent memory. If you're planning to pull in the current banner, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Oneiric shards. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 25% discounts compared to in-game prices in a super simple process. Just select the amount of Oneiric shards you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. In addition to Honkai Star Rail, on Loot Bar, you can also top up other games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and Wuthering Waves. Click the link in the description and register to get an additional 10% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. So let's jump right into Heng SP, because this one really surprised a lot of people. We knew for some time that he was going to transition over to the preservation path, but what we didn't expect was just how dramatically his visual design would change. The early concept art that was floating around showed him with this much bulkier, heavily armored appearance that really screamed tank and protector role. However, according to recent leaker information, that particular design direction was scrapped entirely. What we're getting instead is something much more elegant and refined. His new look features these beautiful Vidyadhara-style horns that have this graceful, curved shape, rather than the more aggressive, jagged dragon horns we've seen on his other forms. And yes, he does have a tail now, which really emphasizes his dragon lineage in a way we haven't seen before. What's really interesting is how his visual transformation actually reflects his kit design philosophy. Heng SP isn't going to be your typical preservation unit that just sits there absorbing damage with shields. Based on what we're seeing from the current beta testing, his skill actually targets one of your allies, and when you use it, it grants that ally their own personal summon. So essentially, he's buffing a teammate, and that buff manifests as the ability to call forth a dragon that operates independently on the battlefield. It's almost like he's sharing a mini ultimate ability with another character. This summon integrates with the specific abilities of whichever ally you choose to buff, creating some genuinely exciting possibilities for team synergy that we haven't explored before. But here's what makes it even more interesting. His summon doesn't just follow the typical support pattern, it actually gets its own spot on the action bar and operates as an independent unit taking its own turns. We've never seen anything quite like this in Star Rail before, and certainly not from a character on the preservation path. And get this, he's going to be handed out completely free when version 3.6 launches. Hoyoverse is just giving him away, which honestly makes me really curious about what his Eidolons are going to bring to the table power-wise. Now, March 7th, SP is bringing a completely different energy to this update. The biggest visual change you'll notice right away is her glowing red eyes. This is a major shift from the bubbly, cheerful March we've known since launch, but it makes sense when you understand that this version is all about the remembrance path. She's still an ice element character, but her role has been completely redesigned. Instead of being a shield support unit like her original form, March 7th SP now works as a low field times sub DPS. Here's how her kit actually works. March consumes her own HP to summon a memosprite companion that looks like a jellyfish. Once she summons this jellyfish, it immediately attacks enemies and can hit 2 targets at once. After the jellyfish attacks, it disappears and March's HP gets fully restored. The key to her gameplay is that this summoning process has a very short cooldown, so March can keep summoning her jellyfish over and over in quick succession. While the jellyfish is doing its work, March basically steps back and lets her summon handle the damage dealing. Her abilities are designed to make the jellyfish stronger, and she works especially well with other Remembrance Path characters. The more summons you have on your team, the better March SP performs, because her damage scales based on how many allies and summons are on the field. But there's a significant catch with March SP that's worth understanding. According to the same leaking sources, March SP doesn't really reach her full potential unless you also have Cyrene, who's scheduled to arrive in version 3.7. Without Cyrene on your team, you're going to miss out on some crucial buffs, including true damage damage scaling, resistance penetration, and defense shred effects, all of which are apparently essential for maximizing her memosprite's effectiveness. So while she's not completely useless on her own, she's definitely designed as a character that needs specific synergy partners to truly shine. There's also an interesting development regarding which character would be the free 5-star for version 3.6. Originally, there was widespread speculation that March SP would be the freebie, which would have made a lot of sense from a business perspective. Give players this cool new summon-based character for free, then tempt them into pulling for Cyrene when she releases to complete the synergy. But reliable sources have now confirmed that it's actually Heng SP who will be the free character. Honestly, this is probably the smarter decision since Heng SP appears to be fully functional right out of the gate, while March SP seems to require that complete team setup to really perform at her best. So, when you step back and look at these two characters, they're really quite opposite in almost every way. Heng SP has this calm, spiritual energy. He's completely self-sufficient, and he's being given away for free. March SP has this intense, dramatic presence. She's heavily dependent on team synergy, and she's likely going to serve as bait to get people invested in pulling for Cyrene. But honestly, both of them look like they're going to be really enjoyable to play in their own unique ways. So I'm curious, which one has you more excited? Are you looking forward to experimenting with March's low field time Medusa gameplay? Or are you more interested in Heng's ability to give your other characters their own dragon summons? And what do you think about their visual redesigns? Heng's new tail and horns versus March's glowing red eyes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be keeping you updated with all the latest developments.